YouTube, what up? Welcome back to the Game Dog RC section, the Game Dog's house. I'm just coming through with a short vid today, because I want to show my boy Mike Canadian 96 RC. He's been having a lot of problems with his center diffs and his tires on his Kagama. I don't want him to give up because it's a pretty good car. So I got some running footage, but just got back in. So my center diff on my mic is shot. I just serviced it. If you look down in there, you'll see all the fluid around the rectangle right there. Everything that I put in this center diff the other day just leaked out. So this center diff is no good. This car has center diff issues, but I just wanted to show him because he's not a rook, but I'm just showing him what I use. So I did their factory 20 in the front, 10 in the back, 100 in the middle, right? But what I did was you clean them with this. So I took all the diffs apart, separated all the O-rings, all of the gaskets, everything metal. So only metal I put into a red solo cup, and basically just use this and spray it down. This is going to clean, and you can leave your stuff sitting in there for about 5-10 minutes. And after that, it'll dry. You can take like a rag and wipe out all the excess. But I use the clear fluid because it comes with black. Now, we were just discussing this, and he said he's had other RCs too, where he's taking them right out of the box and they were real minimal on diff fluid and he didn't have these problems, right? But when I open my Corrali, I'm talking about these things were empty, really nothing in them. This one was already leaking. The center was already leaking. So that one was pretty much bone dry. That's why on a wheelie, this thing on my old videos, you'll hear the diff screeching like, because they were really low in fluid. Now, what I did, like I said, I'm running their factory, but I seen a video Mike made last night or yesterday sometime where he did like a flip, or his chassis, he had a chassis slap moment on his new Kagama and the center diff broke like that. But in the manual, it definitely says that you can't run these stock fluids if you're going to be hard bashing. Okay, now I go to the manual because if something breaks and you've been following the manual, then that's on the company. So this tells you. So basically, I'm on factory settings because I don't do anything but fly flat across concrete and across the grass. I don't really flip my car and jump it, but it says for bashing. So he was correct. It has the same fluid. What I would do is the rear diff, I would add that to 20,000 for bashing. And then the center diff, I will go up maybe to 150K. Get a little bit thicker fluid. But you know, I just follow the specs, but bashing in factory is stock. I thought that you needed to add some extra fluid in there for bashing, but you obviously don't. But I will say add some in the rear because that's mainly where, when your car lands, most of the force goes there. So I would do 20, 100, 50, 20. And I would do 20, 100, 10 as factory. And always remember, 75% max. Now, the easiest way to do this is to pull your planetary gears out first, then fill it up, then push your planetaries in there. Because when you push them down through the fluid, it raises the level. But it'll be easier to tell how much you actually put in there. If you try to do a fluid fill with the planetary gears in there, it'll be a little bit harder to gauge the level of the fluid. So that's just what I wanted to come through, man. But you know, shout out to my boy Mike Canadian RC96, man. He been having trouble with his Kagama. He's feeling towards Team Corrali how I was feeling towards Traxxas, but I don't feel Corrali has bad build quality. I don't feel Traxxas has bad build quality. I just think Traxxas is overpriced. Okay, that's it. I don't have any problems with the fact with the cars. I just think Traxxas is always overpriced. That was my only thing, because if this is a 110 scale brushed when I bought it, that Red Cat is a 4S brushless for $300. I got it for $250 on Black Friday. That thing was $220 brushed. I had to drop a lot of money under it. So it's not build quality. It is price with me with Traxxas. Okay, for example, the Mini Max versus the ROG One. This thing was $150. You guys are paying $280 for the Mini Max, and it's not better than this out of the box. But we not gonna go off all onto that. That's the Nitro. We gonna get this one back cranking. But yeah, I just wanted to make this short video for my boy Mike, man. Don't give up on your Corrali, because once you get it where you want it, it's gonna be fantastic. You just might have got a bad deal out of the box, but once you start changing all of your stuff, it's gonna be fine. I think I'm gonna find an aftermarket center diff. I don't want to order one from Corrali because this one was leaking when I first got the car. So let's see if the diff is fixed correctly. I serviced all diffs, changed all of my gaskets. The front bulkhead bar was bent. I just set it on the concrete and banged it back flat with a hammer and put that extended antenna on there. So initially I did the center differential. I didn't service the front or the back. When I serviced the center, the fluid was thicker than the front and the back. But these Coralis don't come with a lot in the differentials from the factory. So if you buy one of these cars, the best suggestion is to actually pop the diffs open from the get-go and just service them and put more fluid in them. So this one, my center diff was leaky. So all the fluid that I had put in there, it leaked out. And so I opened it back up, reserviced it, put more stuff back in it, more fluid. The gasket was still fine, and I just locked tight down all the screws, and that should be fine. So this is the first time I'm driving it since it messed up a couple of weeks ago. So if you hear that grinding, that's the center diff still setting. Yep, see, that's good. You hear the grind? Once you service the diffs on the Kodama, it gets way better. Like, this car literally gets better once you do the differential. Now, make sure the steering trim is good. Y'all hear that diff again? See, that's the effects of a center diff when it's leaky. See, it's just got a problem. Something's wrong with it. So Mike Canadian RC, I'm doing this mainly for you. You can see that the center diff is a main problem in this car. They're not bad cars, but it's just something wrong with them once they leak. See that? It's hard to get this thing rebalanced. And all it feels like all of the fluid is leaking out of the center. It feels like the fluid is leaking out of the center. In my case, I could have used too much fluid. But I don't think that's the problem. I think these cars got to be set. Like you got to, what I was doing was cruising it like this at low speed so that I can get the differentials fluid working around in there. Yeah, something's wrong with the center diff on this car. So I'm gonna eventually have to probably order a whole new one. See how it's okay at low speed when you go into the throttle real slow. But when I try to get on it, yep, so that's the problem with this car. So I'm with you, Mike, man. I don't think that they bad cars, though. They, you know, every company got their little quirks and duds, but the center diffs on these cars are definitely really, really bad. And I'm gonna show you. So, even though I drove this in the snow, you see how all the screws are rusty? They sent me with all these little rusty screws. This is how they sold me this car. So this is why I was saying I think they might have sold me a return, because this is how the car came. Besides, like, all of the stuff like these, see how those are not rusty. This one is a little bit, but like mainly all of these, all of my body screws was really, really rusty. They came like that on the car. So, but as you may see, I'm having issues with my Kagama too, man. Don't give up, because, you know, you've been in it for a while. You know these daggone 6S bashers. These cars right here all are a headache. From the Kagama to the Creighton. You know, I haven't seen really the Traxxas XRT, but I know the Sledge been giving people problems. Really, the XRT is what I would have went with as far as these 6S bashers. But this car is not bad. I know that this one has a leaky center diff, because if you look down in there, it's always fluid. So let me see if I can turn the flashlight on. See how it's fluid all right now, all down in there. So this thing leaks really, really bad. And it looks like it just leaked all of the fluid out that I put in there. So my center diff has a leak. So that's the problem. So now I gotta, I'm gonna sit this one on ice till I order another diff. They like 65 bucks, but yeah, this your Team Corrali Kagama, man. But it's Game Dogs RC, back with another one. Thanks for coming through Game Dogs house. I'm mainly doing this for my boy Mike Canadian RC96, because I've been watching his videos and he's been having a lot of trouble with this car, but I don't want him to give up on it, you know, because they really are pretty tough cars. It's just all of them got their little quirks. This car in particular definitely has center diff issues, like right there. You can see it. So what I may do is just order an aftermarket diff. But yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted y'all to see this, man. The front and rear diffs are really good, but the center is leaky. So it's making it because all the fluid dripped out of it. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.